Okay, dear students, the next concept is phases of colloids. So we know that a colloidal solution, it is consisting of two phases or two components. Because of it is a heterogeneous mixture, so it contains two phases. The first one is a dispersed phase and the next one is a dispersion medium. What is a dispersion medium, or this dispersion medium, it is also called continuous phase. The continuous medium in which the colloidal particles are dispersed is called as what? Dispersion medium. It is just like a solvent in the solution. Dispersed phase, the substance which is distributed in the dispersion medium in the form of colloidal particle is called as dispersed phase, or the phase of colloidal solution in the dispersion medium is called as dispersed phase. It is also just like a solute in the solution. So that means, dear students, a colloidal solution, it is consisting of two particles or two components. One is a dispersed phase and one more is a dispersion medium. Always a colloidal solution is formed by the dispersion of dispersed phase in a dispersion medium. For example, smoke. Smoke, it is an example for colloidal solution. In smoke also there are two components are there. One is a dispersed phase and a dispersion medium. In this smoke, the dispersed phase is carbon particles and the dispersion medium is air. That means what? The dispersed phase, that is what, carbon particles are uniformly distributed in the dispersion medium, that is air. The second example is gold sol. In the gold sol, dispersion medium is water and the dispersed phase is gold particles. Now that means when gold particles are soluble in water, so thereby formation of colloidal solutions. Now the colloidal solutions can also defined as heterogeneous system in which contains particles of 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer sized dispersed phase distributed in the dispersion medium is called as colloidal solution. So in this manner also we can able to discuss the definition of colloidal solution. Come to the next concept, that classification of colloidal solutions or colloids. The colloids can be classified on the basis of following criteria. Many criteria are there. In that, the first one is classification of colloidal solutions based on physical states of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. That means whether the components present in the colloidal solutions, whether those are solids or liquids or gaseous chemical substances. On the basis of that, we have classification. Next, classification based on interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Whether there is a greater interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium or not. On the basis of that also we have classification. Next, classifications based on physical state, classification based on the type of particles of the dispersed phase. Whether the dispersed phase particles are big or small or micro. So on the basis of that we have classification. In that, the first one is classification based on the physical states of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. On the basis of physical states of the dispersed phase and dispersion medium, the colloidal solutions can be classified into 8 types. So which are those means? See, I have given one table. In that serial number, if the dispersed phase is solid and the dispersion medium it is also solid, then the type of colloidal solution is solid sol. Some of the examples for this solid sols are some colored glass, gemstones, alloys, ruby glasses. These are the examples of solid sols. In your exam they will ask what is solid sol. In order to define that, the solid sols are the colloidal solutions in which dispersed phase is a solid and a dispersion medium is a solid, or both the dispersed phase as well as the dispersion mediums are solids. Next, if the dispersed phase is a solid and a dispersion medium is a liquid, then the type of colloidal solution is a sol. What are sols? Sols are the colloidal solutions which contains solid dispersed phase dispersed in a liquid dispersion medium. Examples: paints, cell fluids, aqueous solutions of starch, muddy water. So these are all called as what? Sols. Okay, if the dispersed phase is a solid and a dispersion medium is gas, then the type of colloidal solution is aerosol. What is that? Aerosol. What are the examples for this aerosol? Smoke, dust, volcanic dust. These are the examples of aerosol. Come to the next. If the dispersed phase is a liquid and a dispersion medium is a solid, then it is called as what? Gel. What are gels? Gels are the colloidal solutions which contains liquid dispersed phase and a solid dispersion medium. Example: cheese, butter, jellies. Okay, if the dispersed phase is a liquid and the dispersion medium is also liquid, then these are called as what? Emulsions. They will ask you in your examination that what are emulsions? Emulsions are the colloidal solutions which contains both the dispersed phase and dispersion medium are in liquid phase, or the emulsions are the colloidal solutions which contains liquid dispersed phase and liquid dispersion medium called as emulsions. What are the example for these emulsions? Means milk, hair creams. Okay, come to the next one. If the dispersed phase is a liquid and a dispersion medium is gas, then it is called as liquid aerosol. The examples for this liquid aerosols are fog, mist, cloud, insecticides, sprays. These are the examples of liquid aerosols. Okay, if the dispersed phase is a gas and the dispersion medium is a solid, then it is called as what? Solid foams. For example, pumice stones, foam rubber. Okay, if dispersed phase is gas and the dispersion medium is a liquid, then the type of colloidal solution is foam. For example, froth, whipped cream, soap, lather. So these are all called as what? The classifications of the colloidal solutions on the basis of physical states of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Okay, come to the next concept, that a gas mixed with another gas form an homogeneous mixture, so that mixture of gases do not form colloidal solutions, because of colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture. So depending upon the type of dispersion medium, colloidal solutions are called by different names. Okay, if the dispersion medium is water, then its name it is called as aquazole or hydrosols. Okay, if the dispersion medium is alcohol, then the colloidal solutions can be called as alkosol. If the dispersion medium is benzene, then we can able to call it is what? Benzosol. Okay, come to the next concept, that classifications of colloidal solutions based on interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So on the basis of dispersed phase and dispersion medium interactions, the colloidal solutions are classified into two types. Those are lyophilic colloids and lyophobic colloids. Lyophilic colloids are also called solvent loving colloids, and lyophobic colloids are called solvent hating colloids. Okay, let us consider the first one, that lyophilic colloids or solvent loving colloids. So here in case of this lyophilic word, lyo means solvent, philic means loving. What are lyophilic colloids? Means the colloids in which dispersed phase has great affinity for the dispersion medium. There is a greater interaction between the dispersed phase and a dispersion medium, then those are called as lyophilic colloids. Or colloidal solutions are prepared when the substance are directly mixed with suitable dispersion medium, or called as lyophilic colloids or intrinsic colloids. See, in case of these colloidal solutions, We can prepare these lyophilic colloidal solutions by direct mixing of dispersed phase in a dispersion medium. Why so? Because there is a greater affinity between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So because of that we can call lyophilic, because of the dispersed phase having greater affinity with the liquid or with the dispersion medium. So okay, some of the examples for these lyophilic colloids are starch in water, albumin in water, protein in water, glue in water. Okay, for example, if you take hot water, here hot water is a dispersion medium. For that directly we can add starch. When we are going to add starch to that hot water, then thereby formation of a colloidal solution, that is what, starch in water. Like that we can have albumin in water, protein in water, glue in water. Okay, next, lyophilic colloids are generally stable due to the strong force of attraction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. If you consider the stability of these lyophilic colloids are highly stable because of there is a very great attraction. Next, these are reversible salts. That means what? From the dispersed phase and dispersion medium we can prepare colloidal solution, and from the colloidal solutions we can able to extract or isolate dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Next, on evaporating the lyophilic salts, dispersed phase is obtained. This is on mixing with the dispersion medium. Again, the salt is obtained. For example, if you consider starch in water, so we prepared starch in water colloidal solutions. If you evaporate that starch in water colloidal solution, what will happen? The water molecule which will undergoes evaporation. After that evaporation, the remaining thing is starch. It is a dispersed medium. Again, that dispersed medium can be dissolved in hot water, then again thereby formation of colloidal solution. So because of that we can able to say it is reversible salts. These are reversible salts. Salts means what? These are having liquid dispersion medium. Come to the next. These cannot be easily coagulated on the addition of electrolyte. Coagulation means what? Clotting. We can't directly coagulate by the addition of these electrolytes. So this is what lyophilic colloidal solutions. Again I will tell you, the lyophilic colloidal solutions are the colloidal solutions which are having greater affinity between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Come to the next concept, lyophobic. Lyo means what? Solvent. Phobic means what? Hating. The colloids in which dispersed phase has no affinity for the dispersion medium are called as lyophobic colloids. If there is no any great attraction or interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium, so these are called as what? Lyophobic colloids. For example, gold salt, platinum salt, silver salt, sulfur salt, and these are less stable. So these require some stabilizing agent because of there is no greater interaction between a dispersed phase and a dispersion medium. These are less stable. So because of less stability, these requires some stabilizing agents. Next, these are irreversible salts. These are irreversible. So that means what? Once if we prepare the colloidal solutions or lyophobic colloidal solutions, again we won't get the respective dispersed phase and dispersion medium. But lyophilic colloidal solutions are reversible. We can able to extract or isolate dispersed phase and dispersion medium from the lyophilic colloidal solutions. But if you consider lyophobic colloidal solutions, these are irreversible in nature. Next, these are readily coagulated by the addition of small amount of electrolyte. For example, if we take gold salt, for that gold salt, if you are going to add a small amount of electrolyte for that, it will undergo coagulation. So it will undergo clotting. So that means what? These are readily coagulated by the addition of electrolyte.